welcome back to the bench. Today we're going to work a little bit more on mini pumpkin. I got the parts for the link mounts and servo mount for the front of the axles. So I'm going to put those on right now. So for the rear axle, and again, these will be in the description, things that you need to work on this thing. It's teeny tiny link mount. It's pretty simple. It just fits on the back here, and we send you the hardware to put it in. I also got the screws to put the motor in, so we're going to do that. Put the motor in. We can almost finish this today, so maybe we will. I painted the panels pumpkin orange. Alrighty then. Now the front one is a little different because it also mounts our servo. Alright, so we're going to mount the servo first because I have INJORA's version of the Emax. It's the same Emax. It's been shoved in, and it comes with a mount, and that's pretty nice actually. It's the Emax servo. Comes with a servo mount for the front of the, I may use it instead of the one that I have, since it's already set up for this specific servo. A little bit of servo horn, everything you need. That's INJORA, good for you. All right. Well, we can mount the servo. Got an Emax. Just about everybody and his brother does the Emax. All right, set up, ready to go. I don't actually like the way it's sitting, but we'll see. It seems to be working. We'll find out. It's almost like the servo horn should be back further. We got kind of a angle on the steering rod there. We'll see. And all these plastic parts they give you for planes and all that kind of stuff. You have a million of those over time. And all right. Let's mount the motor before we do anything, because we're going to have to take out the mount here.
I'll be back.
Okay, we're using the Spektrum brushless motor. It's called the Firma. Just says micro, but I'm trying to figure out what the KV is, but it doesn't really say. Made by Horizon, Spektrum. Comes with a ESC and the motor, and it's already got the pinion gear on it. And if you haven't seen the video before this one, this comes with 2mm screws, or needs 2mm screws to mount it. And of course, they don't send you any screws, and most screws for 1/24 scale are 1.4 or 1.5, 1.4. So I had to use M2, and to get them I had to order this whole box, and I need 2 screws. But over time I may use some of them, but my goodness, it's not like it's expensive. It's $5 for a whole box of screws, and probably 1,000 screws, 615 screws, and I need 2. And I'm using 6mm screws to hold it in. I think that'll do. Now we'll get the wires up. Well, the wires are going to have to be down. Okay, there's an indentation in the motor, right on this side of the motor, and it fits up against the transmission here, right up here, and that's the only place that the pinion will actually touch the gear. So you don't have much choice on how you put this in. It's going to go in just exactly what they want it to, and that's where the pinion will be. That's the way it works. They're not giving you any choice of which way the wires are going to point. Oh my goodness. Alrighty then. Oh my goodness. They need a whole lot shorter screw than that. Ay, 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 ay. I wish, if you pay so much money for these little motors, you would think Spektrum would give you 2 flipping screws to mount this with. It's been the biggest pain in my butt since I got the thing. Oh my goodness. Alright, so 4mm screws instead of 6. So 2x4s. I'm going to have to take off this gear to do this. I honestly do not believe Now I have to take the drive shaft off. To get the gear off. So I suggest you guys have your motor ready if you buy one of these Spektrums to mount it. Because you're gonna do it before you put it all together. The gear is keyed. Okay. Okay. Everything seems to be good. Now, cover back on. I don't know how much longer I'll be doing these small cars. I think I'm going to get into the 18th scale version of these cars because, man, this is just way too small, I think. All right, finally. All right, now we got the motor, and I'm going to plug the ESC into it before I even start, or get it in here and find out I can't get my big ass fingers in there to plug it in. All is good in the hood, as they say. Somebody says. All right. Okay. Alrighty. There we go. Now, mount the axles and the shocks. We will put the shocks on the axles first. We'll have to take the tires off. But the shocks are INJORA 43mm shocks. And man, some tough plastic. We got an extra set of springs. They got really soft springs and a harder spring. And we got to build these shocks. They gave us some weak springs and they gave us some strong springs. I am going to put the strong ones on first because this vehicle, well, yeah, it weighs a lot. So we're going to put the weak springs off to the side. Well, they give you 3 sets of springs. Small, medium, and large. It's small, medium, and large. Small, medium, and heavy, I guess. So there's 3 sets of springs, which is nice. You can customize it for your whatever you're doing. Again, I'm going to put the strongest ones in first. I think. I wonder if I should put the medium. That way I would know which way to go if I don't like the way it is. And then I have got to figure out where all the O-rings go. Let's see how hard it is to get these. Alright, so the little O-rings are for the brass bushings that go inside. And I'm going to tell you right now, guys, this is a time-consuming job. Getting these O-rings on these shocks. But they go on, I don't know if you can see it or not, over this little lip on the O-ring, on the bushing, and you put it through the bottom or through the shock and put another O-ring on the other side, and that's what holds the bushing in. And it does make these shocks pretty nice once they're in the vehicle. Okay, so the bushing is in, and there's a little washer or O-ring, rubber O-ring on each side of the bushing. And I'll be back when I get them all done. Okay, let's do the shocks. The shocks are, you have a bushing, and there's one side of it's got a big lip, the other side's got a smaller lip. You want to put the O-ring on the smaller or the bigger lip first, then put it through the shock, and then put the other O-ring on the small, over the small lip, and because you can't get them through any other way. And it's not difficult, it's just time consuming. And then put the spring on. The lower part of the shock screws on to the shaft. I'll get a hold of it. And then the spring locks into that. And then another brass bushing on the bottom, and I put the bushing or the on the wrong side of that one. Won't fit through there if you don't put it on the right side. Okay. And then that's it. So all there is to it. Alrighty, we got the 4 shocks done. It wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be, but we are ready to put the shocks on. So we're going to have to take the tires off, of course, to do this. They come with plenty of, the INJORA sends you all kinds of hardware, and now I have to figure out where the screw part of this is. So when we put the shocks on, they give you spacers if you need them. I don't know if we're going to need them or not yet. We'll determine that shortly, I'm sure. Alrighty. This is the rear axle, and we're putting the electronics in. I got the Spektrum motor, Spektrum Firma. You can't get this anymore. Okay, this is not, they have a new one now, but this is the Spektrum Firma. I bought a couple of them about a year ago when they were on sale for like $49 a piece or something like that. Comes with an ESC and a motor. Got to figure out how I'm going to put all this stuff in here. Right now I'm just stuffing it to see if it works. We're bound to Fly Sky. I'm using a Fly Sky FS GT3C. I've had this for about 4 years. And let's be slow. It cogs. That's about as slow as you can go, and it's still kind of jumpy. Shocks are a little bouncy in the back. Front is good. We have completed the mini pumpkin, as it is now called, moon buggy, and we're going to check it out and see if it will crawl. But it is done. It'll look all completed, and yeah, I think it came out pretty good. Alrighty, so I guess it will crawl. It's worked out pretty good. I got a reseated tire, but other than that, it held up really good. So yeah, this is one of the best 1/24 scale vehicles I've ever built. Okay guys, thanks for watching. Have a great day.